Welcome to March at Recover and Grow. We finally made it. We're through the winter. This is spring now. I always think of March as the first month of the spring, and it's going to be a busy month, and you're so welcome. If you're just joining us now, you're coming in at exactly the right time, because we're just about to launch into a wonderful growing season where we're going to be able to see masses of fruit and veg and flowers in abundance all over the place. So it's lovely to have you with us. And this is just an introductory video to tell you what we're going to be doing over the month. But the first thing that I want to say is that don't be disappointed if March doesn't feel spring-like, because very, very often it doesn't. It's the most extraordinary month, even more so than February. It's full of promise, but it's like there's this battle going on with nature as to letting the spring actually happen. And down here on the south coast, where it's very, very windy here, a windy site that we're on a hill by the sea, and very often March is full of very, very cold east or northeasterly winds that come sweeping across, and you just think, oh my goodness, it's certainly not feeling spring-like. And it can be very wet, it can have snow, or it can be warm and sunny and absolutely beautiful, and you just don't know which it's going to be. It's the most unreliable month, I think, of the whole year. But that makes it quite exciting, because you just have to go with the flow, you have to go with Mother Nature and do what you can and wait when you can't and not get in a stew. And I think, I just read you this from my journal one year here. I always feel a sense of relief and hope stirs in me as the 1st of March arrives and February's over. Spring is here. However, hopes can be dashed fairly quickly as fierce winds and lashing rain and cold days arrive to make her unrecognisable. When March comes in, there's a fierceness, a battle almost, for spring to break forth. Now the earth is truly in labour as the backlash of unsettled waves of wind and rain try to persuade us that winter will not die. Frustration builds as the soil is still heavy with wet clay and therefore unworkable. Even moving compost and manure is a difficult task, pushing barrows up soggy banks and paths. I long to get going and get the veg and flowers for the season sown, but I've learnt that this is the month to be patient. We can still get hard frosts at night, and I must wait for the ground to dry out. But the most important thing to remember is, when it's like that, is that it is happening. Every day it's getting lighter in the morning, lighter in the evening, and it's the light that counts with plants. That's what they go by, much more than the temperature. And it's just, you just got to anticipate it and enjoy the anticipation and know that actually the wonderful thing is that there's nothing we can do about it, but nature will bring spring. It will happen. It will suddenly be there. And we can absolutely rely on that, which is fabulous. And things like the lambs arrive here in the field next to us. That really helps. The birds are rushing back into the garden. That really helps. There's bird song everywhere. There's activity everywhere. The wildlife is building up to the spring. It's just beautiful. And it is coming in. However much the rolling wind and rain are bullying the place, we know that spring is coming. So that's exciting. So this month we're diving right in, and we may have to wait. We may have to be able to plant out. We'll just see what the ground is like. But I'm going to take you through a normal spring, a normal March here. And we're going to look at salad leaves and herbs in the spotlight this month, which comes out in week 3. There's a download you can download, and there will be detail on growing herbs and salad. That's one thing. There's going to be, I'm going to show you how to make bread, which sounds weird because we're doing lots of gardening as well. But actually, I found that making bread, the big secret is to just make it fit into your life. So it's not going to be complicated. It's just very, very simple, with some recipes in the recipe download, the monthly recipes, just some very simple breads that I just have on the go all the time here. So I'm hoping that that will help you with that. And we're going to plant veg. We're going to put veg out in the garden. We're going to put flowers out. We're going to have a feast of things to do. So it's busy. And this week you will be able to download the growing schedules, which will keep us all on track. The vegetable one and the flower one, which will tell you exactly what to sow when, and what to plant out when, and what you'll be harvesting. Those are great. And then, as I said, in week 3, you can you can download the in the Spotlight and the monthly recipes. And otherwise, we just sit back and enjoy the ride. And who knows what it's going to be like, but we'll do it together. And I just can't wait. It's going to be exciting.